you go through learntogroomdogs.com. You obviously had lots of training experts as your influence, and obviously to your point, people that are credible, people that raise the bar, people that are established and proven as top of their game. So after learn to well, and maybe not after, you're still a member. You're still a member of
Yeah.
learntogroomdogs.com and still enjoying the membership benefits that way. But you shifted and you were invited to become one of those experts. How did that feel?
Uh, out of all my accomplishments, for me, it was the biggest one. I still, to this day, I believe that cannot be surpassed. It's something extremely honorable for me, something extremely valuable for me, and something no one can ever take away from me. I'm extremely, extremely proud to be the perfect example of what pet grooming can take you, where Learn to Groom Dogs can take you, where the enterprise can take you as far as opportunity and future opportunities and becoming, it's almost surreal. It's that one validation that I kind of always sought out for, that one validation that means the very utmost to me is to be a part of Learn to Groom Dogs. It's incredible because it's still to this day can put myself right back into that position to where I had no idea really what I was talking about. And Learn to Groom Dogs allowed me to not only know a certain direction where I wanted to go, but know some information I didn't know and I couldn't get from anywhere else. And then you kind of use this information to piece it with other experiences or maybe lessons in life. Maybe take a private lesson. Maybe you go to a dog show and you see the way the dog is
Right.
supposed to look. All these things kind of piece together very, very ironically. And it's a very fulfilling feeling when you see and you understand something. You know exactly why. And it's, yeah, I get the experience. Yes, I networked. Yes, this and that. But really, the key to everything was Learn to Groom Dogs. It's mind-boggling to be a member, and now not only a member, but an educated partner or expert, someone who's now I'm able to get back to that one person. There might be one, even if it's as few as one, that has that same mentality I did. Someone who's probably out of anyone the hardest one to tap into. You have three different kinds of people: the ones that jump right in, the ones that are a little hesitant, and then the ones that kind of refuse. And those are the hardest to tap into. And those are kind of what I realized to blossom. That, joining Learn to Groom Dogs will allow you to grow, to step outside of your comfort zone. The only way you can grow is by stepping out of your comfort zone. Learn to Groom Dogs is going to allow you to understand what it is that we truly do, how professional it really is, and like I stated earlier, how many ways is there to achieve that task or goal you're trying to look for? And you might think that one already works for you, but when you see two or three other different ways to get
Right.
there, you might figure out the third option for you is a lot easier than the option you were using to begin with. So even with the person who thinks they don't need it down to the person who absolutely needs it, they just don't understand. It's a critical, uh, I think, foundation that you absolutely need. There's no other option out there. And this industry is so small. It's so uh, close, but far away because we're all in different parts of the world, in most cases the United States, and we can't necessarily have everything we need at the fingertips. So Learn to Groom Dogs, for me, in a nutshell, is everything you need at the palm of your hands. Now, with technology, with your cell phone, it's very mobile friendly. Even before this new relaunch, it was very mobile friendly. I can pull it out on my phone, really get three different views onto where I'm trying to go, and then rather A, make up my own version of it, or B, choose one that works best for me. So learn to groom dogs is absolutely vital into your success as a dog groomer, as a professional, from client relations down to painting the toenails, to handling, to safety procedures, to how to do a Kerry Blue and a show trim, to a pet clip. Learn to groom dogs is the only place you can get all the information you need.
Josh, one of the things that learntogroomdogs.com with the new approach, one of the things that you had mentioned earlier, that when you looked in it, there's so many videos, and in one, it just opened your eyes to all the possibilities, but to some people that might be a little overwhelming. So one of the things with learntogroomdogs.com is that it's separated by skill level track, right? So we've got the baby groomers, or what we say, just getting started, to the beginner groomer, to the pet groomer, to the stylist, advanced stylist, and also now the business track that's involved with it as well. So no matter where the learner, no matter where the member is in their career, they have the ability to jump into that track and complete that track before they move on to the next. How do you think that that benefits a member of learntogroomdogs.com, the community?
I think it's going to help it tremendously. The fact that just by that setup, being beginner, intermediate, expert, you'll be able to actually choose or understand at what level you are on, first of all. I think with that, you can understand if I click an intermediate and I feel a little uncomfortable about it, that might just tell me I'm a beginner, and I can start with beginner, right? And I can work my way up and understand and see my growth going through the program. I think it makes it a lot easier because you don't have to feel that you need to be the super expert to use Learn to Groom Dogs, but I can still utilize Learn to Groom Dogs on a continuing education level without feeling overwhelmed or feeling like I don't need it as far as basics go. So groomer to be to baby groomer, the basic portion of it allows you to pace yourself or just stay in that category, because there's nothing wrong with being a basic utmost professional. I can be as professional as I can be shaving dogs, or maybe just bathing dogs, and I just have a self-wash station. I want to make sure I'm the utmost professional and know everything I can learn about basics. And that should go across the board in any industry. Unfortunately, we're not regulated across the board yet, so this allows us to regulate ourselves, know what level we're on, and once we understand what level we're on, if we are basic, there's nothing wrong with Learn to Groom Dogs down to expert, to the best in the world can utilize Learn to Groom Dogs to make their grooms better or carry themselves a little bit more professionally.
How would you describe the Josh Morales transformation from new groomer to where you are now, and what role did learntogroomdogs.com play in that?
So Learn to Groom Dogs, I've always said Learn to Groom Dogs is a life changer for me. It allowed, first of all, Learn to Groom Dogs filled in a gap that wasn't there. Learn to Groom Dogs allowed me to have someone, even if it was virtual, to look up to and depend upon for correct information. Dogs allowed me to transform from a regular, everyday groomer behind the grooming table to a public figure and nationally ranked competitor. I've been able to reach top 6 in the country in hand stripping and number 11 on the national ranking charts as a professional grooming competitor, and has allowed me to become a worldwide speaker and judge, as well as a sought out inspirational figure for the average everyday groomer to the inspiring competitor. So Learn to Groom Dogs has played not only the most major role, but is still allowing me to continue my path as being the best I can